It's all about the Bengals at the moment. It's time for Know Your Opponent.
100%, and it's time for Know Your Opponent. It's time to dive into all of the things that are the 49ers going into this Bengals game, but specifically the Bengals. What are they doing well? What makes them so special? What makes them a threat, or where are some weaknesses that maybe you can look at, dive into, understand, and maybe the 49ers can then turn around and exploit. We're not going to look at this last week, this most recent game against the Chargers, because it was a roller coaster of an up and down. Instead, we wanted to look at a game in which they played really well from start to finish, and specifically at the start against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into this film right now, and we're going to take a look at this bad boy here and what the Bengals did well against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the opening drive, very first play. 1st and 10 from the 25. You can see Steelers showing the 5 down linemen. You have a situation where you have 3 to the top there with Uzama there in the right off the edge there at the tight end spot, and then your 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen. And right away into the pass and straight drop back, and you have a check down from Joe Burrow in space.
Yeah, nice check down as well. Everything is pretty much covered, so he just goes, he trusts his eyes and then gets rid of it so he can get some positive yardage.
You got cover 3. It looked like they were showing a cover 1 look. They shift out at the last minute. Burrow recognizes the zone coverage and then just goes to his check down.
Yeah, and gets a positive gain. That's what he's trying to do.
On 1st down especially.
Yes.
Get some yards, make your life a little bit easier. That's what you want. And now you have 2nd and 5, Ant, 2nd and medium. You're able to load up a little bit. Bring T. Higgins in on the motion.
Woo! That's nice.
That is very nice. And this is a concern, as always, with this team. If they're able to get some movement here with their front, and you're able to get Joe Mixon some running lanes, you can have some success.
Yeah, the problem is right here. The outside, gets kind of pushed upfield a little bit. There's a hole there, but, he finds even a better hole as they're moving. But this is just hat on hat. They're getting it done. Good execution by the Bengals offensive line.
Absolutely.
And the tight end wins, too. There's no edge set here. If the edge was set, you could have kind of closed it off a little bit.
Correct. So, big thing for the 49ers, playing against the edge, playing against Uzama. This is a game, though, where they had no TJ Watt. So, they had a guy who is not TJ Watt there on the outside and on a situation where he could have done a better job of setting the edge. If this is Nick Bosa or Samson Ebicom, I think you and I both feel a lot more confident and comfortable with him against Uzama out there in space.
Got a heavy look up top now.
Big heavy. Big heavy there.
Pittsburgh showing a blitz in the A-gap. Fights it off. That's actually a nice gain. They actually held their ground a lot better on this.
Much better. Penetration here up the middle from that A-gap blitz, Ant.
Yeah, it's the double team that ends up winning right there and gets the movement so they can get some positive yardage.
True. So Cincinnati showing they can be a little bit physical in the run game as well. It's not just a finesse team, man.
No, they're definitely physical in the first 2 runs I've seen so far.
Absolutely. Now you got an empty set, 4 down lineman there.
A lot of long routes, huh?
Everything takes some time. You can see it here. They got the slant coming up underneath. That is a really, really poor route run there. And they get a flag. Holy cow.
Well, he should have went to Jamarr Chase on this.
Definitely. Chase here in the slot is actually the option he should go to. This is I don't know if this was intended to be a rub, but this is a really not great or clean run route here in space. He is all over this. He's too all over it. But Jamarr Chase was definitely the option. He's wide open here. 2 safety look.
I think we got like a running back out here is the problem.
Correct. It is. It's a running back, but now you get the PI call. 49ers fans right now watching this, they're going, that's Josh Norman.
Yeah.
It's Josh Norman. I don't think Josh Norman is going to be doing that against a running back. In all honesty, he's probably going to let that looked like it was supposed to be cover 2. And if that was cover 2, he should have been letting that funnel in to the linebacker, and he should have been sitting on that out route.
He's going to ride it all the way through his zone, though. So he's going to go collapse on that.
True. Okay, now you got a little toss action here.
Yeah, they got the pull.
2 pulling. They pulled guard and tackle, it looked like, on play side.
Yeah, they did.
Tyler Boyd doing a okay job of setting the edge, except not really.
Good enough.
And I wonder what the flag there is going to be. Is it going to be a hold? It wasn't. It wasn't, because you get the 7-yard
It
gain.
must have been somebody lined up.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Neutral zone infraction, and nice neutral zone
They could
infraction.
have waved the flag, too. We don't
It's
know.
true. And you got big heavy set now. It's big heavy.
Yeah, it's 2 tight ends to one side.
Absolutely. Chase at the top. And they're just trying to pick up the 3.
Yeah, they've been loading up a lot. So, I mean, when that happens, the 49ers are going to have to put an extra guy in the box.
Correct.
You're just not going to be able to play, a 7-man box and stop that play from happening. You're also going to have to shift your defensive line a little bit.
Just a smidge. Steelers do a good enough job there, though. And now, again, you got a heavier look again.
Yeah.
Now they just motion the guy into the gap there in space. And they don't win on that right side. They got a nice stall here in the center, in the middle. So not a big push here from the middle of the O-line, but they wash through here at the top.
Yeah, it's a nice patience by the running back. Hitting the jump cut, finding the appropriate hole, and then getting upfield and getting vertical, picking up the first down. You only had to get a yard. That's all they needed to get on that play.
Correct. That's it. That's all you needed. Joe Mixon, very patient runner, and he's a very good running back
And
in
he's
this
got
league.
some explosiveness, too.
100%. 100%. And now he had a little bit of a play action look. Didn't really sell the fake. And you can already see coming up here over the top, over the middle. I think that's Auden Tate that's winning there. But he goes to Uzama here. And this looks like man. Tyler Boyd winning on the out route.
He had plenty of time, an open window to throw to. He was able to step into his throw. I mean, that's a good job of the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line.
100%. 100%. No Jamar Chase on this play either. Very interesting. Very interesting. But a win there nonetheless. And now, a win there nonetheless. And now you have second and short, which is what you love. Because now you can just hand the football off, Ant, and do stuff like that.
So far, their running game is a lot more impressive than what I had seen against the Chargers.
That is true. Now, how much of that is
playing the Steelers?
It's playing the Steelers and the issues they're having up front, and no TJ Watt.
And also no, Derwin James doesn't play for the Steelers.
Accurate, Ant.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
But that's good blocking over there. There's some movement. They're getting some push off that, initial contact.
So you mean to tell me that having Fred Warner back this week would kind of be a big deal for the 49ers?
Be huge, but this defensive line is going to have to, step up in a big.
Agreed with you there. The cutback lane was there. He just has to break one arm tackle.
That's a nice read by him.
It is. And
overall.
the D lineman here for the Steelers does a good job of getting off, shedding this block so he has an opportunity to make the play. But yeah, I mean, they got a nice little run scheme going right now. I like what I'm seeing from the Bengals in their run game. Where they got up to second level 2 and took care of the linebacker play.
Yeah, it's a good zone scheme. So far, they're running it pretty good.
However, we have seen them not run it very well.
True.
against the Chargers. Yeah, showed 5 there, Ant, but they only rushed 4.
Capability.
And Joe Burrow is crafty, Ant. He's a crafty runner.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on this week. I mean, you just played Russell Wilson, so you'd like to think you can keep Joe Burrow in the pocket as well.
Ideally.
But it's man coverage, and that's anytime it's man coverage, you got to worry about a quarterback being able to scramble and then make a play.
Correct. Running lanes are important, making sure you keep and establish those running lanes and not give up opportunities for the quarterback to get outside the pocket. Burrow is notorious for that. He's done that very well.
The problem I have with that formation was the running back being in front of the quarterback gives away that there's no chance of run.
Absolutely. You can just play pass.
Yeah, so I mean, that means Bosa and those guys can just pin their ears back and go.
Accurate, Ant. And if there's one thing that we did see this last weekend against the Cincinnati Bengals O-line with the Chargers, it's their own line when it comes to have to just straight drop back pass block. They aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
They are not the greatest. And the Niners do have elite pass rushers. You got play action for the Steelers to start. Decent job here. And what do you got from the Bengals?
That 5-2 look that we've been seeing
pretty
consistently.
2 high safeties. That is an interesting scheme there from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pretty nice.
It worked.
Devil's concept.
It worked. 1st and 10 now, Ant. Good play action on first down.
Comes Claypool. How do they react?
Not a lot of movement.
A little bit. Linebacker came up. Safety dropped back a little bit.
It's true. 49ers definitely have some options there, though, with the jet sweep loop.
It means you're going to run some motion because you're going to get 3 or 4 guys moving pre-snap for the defense. And that's anytime you can get them to move, they have to completely reset.
It's true. Pre-snap, drop into the box. Oh, goodness gracious there, Ben.
The double move.
It is.
Guessing he's trying to throw it back shoulder?
Yeah, he's trying to.
Him and Claypool are definitely not on the same page.
Not at all. Claypool's thinking, I'm going to work inside, and Ben's going to throw this up right here on the inside and let me go make a play right in this area.
Ben threw it early because the pass rush is getting there.
Correct. Oh, just unfortunate.
Oh, wow. He almost house called that.
Almost house called an Ant.
Good. I want to see some more red zone offense, though.
From the Bengals?
Yeah.
Agreed. Hey, gun look, Ant. Hey, there's a chance to run it now.
Yeah, I like that a lot better.
Inside give.
A lot better by the Steelers that time. They kind of held their ground. I mean, even though the Bengals got positive yardage, they definitely did a better job.
A much better job. Double team didn't get pushed back as far. And linebackers just got to do a better job of filling up.
Yeah.
In space. That's it.
Well, Steelers definitely are going to play more linebackers than the Niners. The Niners will be playing more defensive type of set.
Agreed. Going
Woo.
to hand it off a second straight time.
Like it.
And the Steelers, Ant, are stepping up in a big way here.
I don't want to see them hand it off a third straight time.
You want to see them go three straight?
I would. Down to the 1 yard line, run it in.
You've been getting at least 1 yard every time. Let's see it. Under center. Play actioning. Oh boy.
Yeah, I can't get that sack.
No, you cannot give up that sack.
I think this is kind of typical, right? It's third. Now here comes the play action.
And here's the thing. Again, this is what I've been saying. Everything that they do feels like it takes a lot of time. Look at this route by Jamarr Chase here. How long it takes him to get into this break. This is just a slant, and it's open. The problem is...
Well, the reason is he's trying to play it off.
I agree. I understand.
He's trying to make it look like it's a run play.
Oh,
so he's playing him. And actually, if Burrow just turns and looks this way, he can throw it to him for a touchdown right now.
Correct.
But he's not looking that way. He's looking front side, which means pre-snap recognition. How do you not recognize you have one-on-one on the outside? I guess because he sees a safety.
He's seeing this here, right?
Yeah, but the safety is vacating. I mean, you got to take a peek, man.
Right here, you should. Well, right. You can be here, but you need to see this guy. You need to see this guy leaning this way and be able to put your back foot in the ground here and come back to the side. Or right here at this point, I mean, your eyes should be downfield. Ideally, you still have a chance to throw this thing here.
Yeah,
you could throw this.
That's an elite throw.
Yeah, but again, young quarterback in the league, only in his second year, Ant, still learning.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I like that for the 49ers because right now he's reading one half of the field.
Correct. He
never came back to the other side.
Never.
I love it.
I like it too.
Give me more of that. He's a good football player, but give me more of that.
Give me more of those mistakes and more of those poor decisions, because those are potentialities for the Niners to get home, get sacks, and make them take 3 points when they should have had 7.
That was a big win for Pittsburgh.
Huge win, because now you're down 10-0. And now you just need to go do something offensively here, come down the field. But Pittsburgh has no patience, Ant.
It's shocking development. They're going to want to go deep right here.
I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned by this. And they win.
Because they got a 6'5" monster.
That's very true. It's very true. This has to make you feel good. Would you say that Chase Poole has elite speed, Ant?
Yeah.
He has elite speed?
I think for his size, yeah.
For his size, but was he one of the faster wide receivers in the league?
4.4.
Fast. Pretty fast.
Fastest Brandon Ayuk, probably, or pretty close.
Okay, so this is a good thing then for the 49ers.
Could be. I mean, is Brandon Ayuk 6'5"? Because you need to be 6'5" and physical to throw this guy down. Watch this. Whoop. You gave him a little pull right there.
You just
pulled him to the ground.
It's plays like this that make you wish that we had actually gotten Chase Claypool.
Well, 100%. I love the big receiver with athletic ability because watch the physicality. Watch. Look at him pull him. 100% he just pulled him down and made the catch.
Beautiful. Makes you wonder why he's not utilized more in their offense.
I think he's wondering why he's not more utilized in their offense.
I agree with you here. And is this cover one?
I don't know. I gotta see it. No. Definitely
Cover
not.
2?
Like quarters.
Oh man, if that's quarters, that's a big. Quarters of 3 verts somehow wins.
Yeah, because you can get man up on the because you had the middle safety taking the guy over the
Correct, and then you had the other safety rolling over coverage over the top as well.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 now from the 34 after the big shot play.
Now they're in cover 3.
Hey, they're not running football. And playing soft zone coverage and comeback routes are winning.
What happens when you beat them deep, though? You can soften them up a little bit.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Given that cover 1, cover 3 look again at the motion.
Like one of the first carries we've seen from Najee Harris.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even this, they're not completely selling out for the run.
Oh,
there's a big fat cutback lane.
I was not. Najee can't.
No, that's a lot. A lot, Ant. Their front does a good job, though.
The Bengals linebacker right there filled in a tremendous way.
Huge way.
Oh, that was a big win.
Who is that? Is that Erickson?
Whoever 31 or 21 is or whatever.
Right here.
Oh no, maybe it's not him. It was right there in the middle, like 51 or whatever, right there. No.
No, you're right. 21.
I didn't think it was actually him that made the play. Well.
I don't know. But linebacker play there on par. 2nd and 14 now, and after what looks like a holding. Now you got another penalty down here at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that false. Our defensive offsides encroachment. That's what I want to see is the passes over the middle because that's where the 49ers are going to live.
Correct.
So I want to see how they're playing, defense over the middle.
Big drops.
Well, yeah, it's double sticks.
Correct. 2nd and 14, and if you're the Steelers, you're just trying to pick up something.
Yeah, you are. You're trying to make it, 3rd and manageable. But now you got 2nd and 9 because they went offsides.
Yes, sir. Holy Toledo, Ant. What was this down here?
Nothing good.
No, not at all.
That is not how it was drawn up.
No, not even a little bit. This is really poor execution here. You got cover 2.
He's trying to rub so this tight end can get free. So he's trying to block him and then turn into him. Like give him like the shield, kind of like the basketball.
Yeah.
Watch right here, see? But it just doesn't work. The guy's underneath it.
Not good.
Oh boy.
Not good. Not good. Hey, Kyle Shanahan, take this exact play, except don't have them execute like this, and then let's actually hit him as he slips off. Because he's open. Now, granted, the ball's out of Ben's hand already. But
yeah, it is.
Just saying.
Ben's trying to get rid of it. Ben, internal clock went off.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time over there with Pittsburgh either.
No.
Showing a lot in the box here on 3rd and 9, right at the line of scrimmage. Trying to play a guessing game of who's bailing. I think he's bailing.
Looks like it. Yep, they bailed a lot.
They bailed a lot of things here. And he got the first down anyway.
Yeah, way to get vertical right there.
Absolutely. Getting vertical, huge.
Well, that's where Jimmy wants to live, so I like that.
I
The
agree with
question
you.
is, are they respect Big Ben going to the outside? Are they going to respect Jimmy Garoppolo taking those outside shots?
That is the
Or
question.
is he going to have to prove he can do it first?
That is the question. 100%. He may have to prove it first.
Yeah. I mean, I want Jimmy to play really well.
I agree with you.
We need a win.
A big win. And they do have some talented pass rushers. Erickson has been killing it this year for the Cincinnati Bengals all season long. Right here on the outside.
Trying to set up a screen.
And they were all over it, it looks like.
Ugly. They're all over it.
Definitely all over it. Nothing there. Screen game defense is on point.
Well, at least when the Steelers run it.
That's very true. Very true. Timing was not pretty there. Oh, Ben.
Good coverage by the Bengals.
Yeah. I think the only option he has might be right here over the middle for this brief window in time.
Yeah, he does have it. You're right.
And Chase Claypool at the bottom.
Overall, it's pretty good coverage, though.
It is. It is solid overall. Well, the left side is where, I mean, he's looking middle to left the whole way. He wants to take the seam shot. He wants to go seam. They have it dialed in and taken care of, and kind of throws it away after that. Trying to go to Pat Fryer move. Fryer move? Always botch baby Gronk's name, Ant.
Ooh, no flag.
Interesting, Ant. Interesting. You see the outside technique. You got safety help over the top. You know that, and he still gets beat outside. I'm really surprised they didn't call that.
Maybe after they know Claypool pulled him down before, so.
Maybe.
No reward.
Agreed with that. Possible. Interesting. It looks like they're going to hold them to 3, Ant. And
Big
they are.
win. Big win by the Bengals.
It's a big win by the Bengals. Indeed. Yeah. It definitely is. Look, this is a team that they have some pieces on the defensive end. They have cornerbacks in Boye. I forget the other guy's name on the other side. Awuzie, I believe, is the other one. Erickson, as a pass rusher, is a pass rushing threat. He has been phenomenal all year for them. He was the big free agent signing for them in the offseason. You added Jamarr Chase to this offense, which has T. Higgins at wideout, has fast Tyler Boyd, it has Joe Mixon. Uzama's been coming into his own. This is a team with a lot of talent offensively and some pieces defensively at the cornerback spot. The question for them is going to be, how are you going to play against this 49ers run game? How is your run game going to play? Because when their run game's going and Joe Burrow has that threat, teams don't tend to have as much success, and their offense is able to move the football down the field with ease at times, like really, really easily. But when Joe Burrow just has to straight drop back, this is a team that their O-line can struggle in big, heavy ways, and we saw that last week against the Chargers.
Yeah, that's why it's important for the 49ers to stop their run. And you're right. They need to stop Joe Mixon. They need to make Joe Burrow one-dimensional, and far as he has to rely on his arm. And then you can see right there, you take away early reads, first reads, make him have to read the other side of the field. And if you can take away that, if you can recognize what the concepts are going to be, and you can jump on those, he's going to have to find another way. I mean, he's willing to take checkdowns. He's good that way. I liked what we saw from him overall. I think he's a very talented player, and I think they have some big weapons. The 49ers are going to be tested very, very much in this football game. But I think if you take away, you got a strong front seven, you got a healthy front seven. If you can take away the run game and you can make him one-dimensional and then get him off his first read, I think you have an opportunity to slow them down enough that you can win this football game.
I agree with you on that. They definitely can. The 49ers are going to have to take away read one. They're going to have to take away the side of the field that he wants to read. And the good news, the couple that we saw there, and there's plenty more clips, and we're going to go even more in depth on the All-22 film preview over on Patreon. So if you want even more breakdown and you want specifically this last game against the Chargers with the Bengals, then head on over to Patreon right now and you can go check that out. That'll be up tomorrow morning. You don't want to miss that. But Joe Burrow has a tendency to read that strong side of the field. Read where most of his receiving targets are and not go to his backside look, even if it's a guy like Jamarr Chase that he's familiar with. He's not fully a robot, but he's more robotic than a lot of other quarterbacks. He will take the thing that he's supposed to take. He'll look at the thing he's supposed to look at. And if he doesn't like what he sees, he tries to either A, create with his feet, or if he has a check down that he can go to, he'll go to his check down. He will do those things. So if you're the 49ers, if you can make him check the ball down more often than not, and you can take away that first read, you're going to make him hold on to the football, make him want to make plays, because that is one thing. If the 49ers get out to an early lead, Joe Burrow feels like he has to bring his team back in it, which means he's more willing to take chances and take risks, hold on to the football a little bit longer. And the longer he holds on to the football, the more the O-line has to block. The longer that happens, the more chance it is the 49ers are going to eventually start blowing by this O-line, start getting that pressure, right? Start hitting Joe Burrow, who's already dealing with the finger.
Yeah, exactly. You make him throw tight window throws. He's dealing with the finger. We don't know exactly how that's going to affect him. It might have no effect. He had 2 interceptions against the Chargers, so it had somewhat of an effect in that football game.
True.
But it just happened, so you don't know what the week is going to look like and what his hand is going to look like as he gets closer to the game. But I think a lot of times what you want to do, since he likes to go with first read, is you want to make him think he has something he doesn't. So this week, really disguising the coverage and what he is seeing, he's going to think he has one thing and it's something else. That's a good situation for the 49ers, a week that's very important for Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tartt to be out there together, because those two guys can do what the other one does, and you can really disguise things with those two guys on the field, because they can play in the box, they can play deep, they can both cover one-on-one if necessary, cover the tight end, cover a back out of the backfield. So all that is going to be nice to see. But yeah, make right now, this week especially, make Joe Burrow think he sees one thing when it's really something else. That way he'll question when he really sees it the next time if it's going to be something else. You get him thinking, by the time he's done thinking, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and those guys are getting after him for big.
Agreed, Ant. Agreed 100%. Cutback crew, we hope you enjoyed this look at the Bengals and this look in on this team and some areas of strength, some areas of weakness, and what the problems are going to be the problems that the 49ers have to address, because there are plenty of them with this Bengals team, both offensively and defensively. We hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, so that we don't miss any of the content on this channel. It's Know Your Opponent, which means it's the finish. This is the wrap-up of the Friday Frenzy. You don't want to miss all of the great content that we have on Fridays, though, and luckily it's up for you now, so you can watch all of it back in its glory, but watch it live, be here live, interact with the Cutback crew. It's always a lot of fun. Head over to Discord as well and participate in all the conversation over there, and always, you can cop yourself some sweet 49ers Cutback merch, whether it's 49ers Cutback crew t-shirts, TCC t-shirts, tons of ways to support the channel, and we just appreciate you being here and supporting us.
Yeah, 100%. What a great Friday Frenzy it is. Hopefully the 49ers can cap off this great week with a win. But if you want to know how the 49ers are planning to attack the Cincinnati Bengals, make sure you check out the game plan video that comes out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, as we're going to break down how we believe the 49ers game plan is going to be executed against the Cincinnati Bengals and how they're going to attack them. Always a good time. A lot of people really enjoy it. I know I enjoy really getting into it. And it's fun when you get there on Sunday and some of the things that we talked about actually happen. And then you see, oh, okay, like that is how Kyle Shanahan and them are seeing it.
George Kittle last week being utilized as a running option for the 49ers, as well as our predictions pre-game or during that game plan video that this was going to be an ugly affair between both teams. It was going to be a knockdown, brawl-out sort of game that wasn't going to be pretty, probably some turnovers, a lot of mistakes. Yeah, it 100% happened. It came to fruition. Unfortunately, it didn't go 49ers' way more often than not, and the Niners need to turn that around this week, play a cleaner football game against a young team, and make them play ugly. Make them be the ugly football team this week. You be the pretty clean, shiny toy that everyone knows you can be. Let's secure ourselves a better playoff position. Let's keep pace with this Washington football team. Let's keep that pressure on the Rams, because the Rams are a one-game mistake away. One mistake away, one loss away, and that isn't against the 49ers. The 49ers having the opportunity to tie it up at the end of the year and take over as the 5th seed if possible. So 49ers, keep doing your thing. Cutback crew, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And until then, stay safe.
Remember, the right way
is always the 49ers way.